I'm smoking on Avada Kedavra. Smoking on the Avada Kedavra.
That Wingardium Leviosa? Leviosa!
Yeah, I'm lifted. I'm definitely lifted.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! She said.
No, but honestly, this is my favorite thing. Anything from the trolley.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, man, I'll be so pissed about a chocolate frog. Sorry. Okay.
Potter.
Your British accent is on point, bro.
No, honestly, my British accent's not good.
It's pretty good. It's better than mine.
One more time.
Do it again. Try it again.
The thing is, I mess up the regions.
Like
so people
Australia
are. Yes.
Oh.
So honestly,
Even
when
different
I
branches.
start doing it, it's hard because the regions in my head, they start mixing and then it becomes too messy and it's not right. But honestly, if you...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. You know what? It's my own accent.
It's
unique.
Angela's
It's bad.
Angela's accent.
Must do the whole episode like this.
No, I can't
No.
do an impression like that the whole episode.
Mine's only good when I'm not thinking about it. When I'm thinking about it, it's bad.
I feel like you good if you do and a couple shots.
Oh my
I just
god.
say bottle of
My
water.
goodness.
My southern accent and a couple shots could about to be fire, bro.
Oh, like Tennessee
That's
accent?
his alter ego.
That's an alter ego. She says,
This is my alter ego. I need the max wing.
Yo, when you say green grapes,
Dude, I put him on green grape.
I love green
Have you frozen As in, like, he didn't know green grapes exist? Frozen grapes are so good.
Frozen grapes are so good.
Frozen grapes.
okay, she did put me on a little bit. I give it to her.
You're like, I'll give her some credit.
Yeah, but honestly, dude, green grapes, the best grape.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Better than other grapes.
Better than the red ones.
Yeah, and when you rinse them, cold water, same principle as yours when you made them cold. Just cold water, get a little rinse, bro. They have that crunch. Oh my god.
I'm about to bust.
I'm about to.
Okay, I'll sign us in. Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Bar. This is episode number 32. 32.
Random.
What?
Toronto over there?
We in Toronto now? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your bartender. My name is Mar. To my left, I got
Andrew.
and to my right, we got again.
Angelo.
Angelo back again.
Brr, gra.
But I got
Blueberry.
Okay.
Gra.
We got Angelo back again because Lloyd is still in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
He's been there. Have you guys ever been to Hawaii? I know you.
Yes.
Oh, fam. Farm in Hawaii.
Farm in Hawaii.
Where would you visit in Hawaii?
Bear farm? Bear farm still?
Yo, no, what the fuck? That's Toronto. Bear farm still in Toronto, yo.
Still bring outside. Yeah, I have a lot of family
That's pretty sick.
in Hawaii.
Hawaii, such a beautiful place. Best poke.
Yes.
Honestly, anywhere you
Yes.
get poke, if they add this, that, and the third, like when it comes to rice, this, like seasonings, this, that, like, that's not poke. When you go to actual Hawaii, I don't want to be like elitist with this shit, but when it's literally from the place that created it, dude.
They literally just give you the fish.
It's like,
Here you go.
what the fuck? What do I do with this? He's like,
You eat it.
You'll know.
you decide. You shall know.
You'll just know what to do.
The island will tell you.
The island shall guide you, my friend.
Follow the island. That's crazy.
No, actually, no.
Yeah.
Well, like Hawaii poke is like literally like 3 ingredients, like just fish.
Soy sauce and like jalapenos.
Jalapenos?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I
I didn't know it's called.
I don't think that's
was in
right.
Chicago.
I didn't know it's called.
Chicago. My bad.
Yeah.
So weird.
Well, we're back this week with another Shot Ones board. Because we just like to be drunk. Apparently. So.
It's the only thing that brings us happiness.
So again, we have Soju. Starting off with Soju, which is 12%, going into the Honey Jack, which is 35, to Jaeger, another 35, into the vodka, which is 40, and then ending off with the Kraken at 47%. So we will start off with the Soju, and then we're gonna take a little test to start off with.
Shit, should we load it on our phone?
Yeah,
first?
load it.
Which ones are we doing?
So if you don't know,
Which
if you know what Harry Potter is, there are 4 households.
If you're a Potterhead, comment down below.
Every household has their own characteristics, and each characteristic defines the house you're in. Traditionally, the sorting hat
Wizarding World?
presents you the house you're supposed to be in.
Okay,
So
Dumbledore,
this is
you
the
choose. You pick up
Open up your phone.
Oh, I already did the test though.
What are you?
I'm Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay. Then we have to do it. Okay.
What are you? Wizard Harry.
You're a wizard, Eddie.
What are you? You're a Harry wizard.
So I was Gryffindor all growing up. Now I'm a Ravenclaw, and we're gonna do a test for these guys.
Okay, let's take a shot first.
Well, and then Drew and I will take it.
And
out.
you guys have to also tell the audience what the questions are, what the options are, and which ones you
Okay,
pick.
sure.
So what do you think you are?
What do I think I am?
Yeah.
This guy,
Probably a Gryffindor. I honestly don't know what the traits are of a Ravenclaw. And this is like astrology all over again, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Ravenclaw is like smart. Slytherins are like cunning.
Yeah.
Hufflepuffs are hot as fuck.
stoners.
They're the stoner kids at school.
I just don't know what Hufflepuffs are known
Yeah, I don't know what they're known for.
I don't think they're known for anything.
Wasn't what's his face? Wasn't fucking Cedric Diggory? Was he in Hufflepuff or was he Ravenclaw?
Cedric Diggory was also Gryffindor. That's why he
What?
was
Really?
Yeah. In Goblet of Fire, Cedric Diggory was pulled for the House of Gryffindor, but then also Harry Potter.
Oh,
was
Harry
also
got pulled also.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when
I don't
Gryffindor was
know
like,
more.
"Did you put your name in there? Did you put your name on fire?"
That scene is so funny because he's so mad.
Yeah.
He's like, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" So angry.
You gotta sign up, bro.
Why? Okay, let's take a shot first and then we'll figure it out.
Alright.
Cheers.
Soju.
If you are right now watching, what I'd like for you guys to do is, firstly, drop what type of house you are in the comments. Secondarily, drop what type of wand you would have in the comments as well.
What what is it? What thing was in Harry's one? Like a phoenix feather or a dragon's thing?
I forget what, but it was
It's the same as Voldemort's.
yeah,
right?
it was like the twin.
I can't remember it.
Dude,
I
I honestly think Harry Potter is one of the franchise that you gotta rewatch every year.
And fall.
And
low key Christmas movies.
dude, exactly. I was literally
They're
about to
low
say
key
that.
Christmas
They're
movies.
low key Christmas movies. Yes.
Okay, we're moving on. So first question is dawn or dusk? Definitely dusk for me.
Dawn for me. I'm a morning person.
Oh shit. Would you rather be liked, trusted, feared, envied, and imitated, or praised?
Wait, I'm trying to catch up.
If you don't know what house you are as well, feel free to join this.
Wait, why are my questions different?
Maybe it's just in a different order.
Okay, mine says, which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Loneliness, boredom, hunger, being ignored, cold. What's difficult to deal with? I think it's probably boredom sometimes.
No,
What
answer
the fuck?
honestly. Answer honestly.
Yeah, I will.
You and two friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll who insists on fighting one of you before he will let all of you pass. Do you volunteer to fight? Attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass without fighting? Suggest that all three of you should fight without telling the troll? Suggest drawing lots to decide which of you will fight? I think that one. Make it fair. I don't think I'm gonna volunteer to fight a fucking troll. I'm not gonna be the one. Cats, toads,
I got there too.
or owls?
Cats. I'm trying to fucking get this cat from my brother, man. Oh,
Maybe an owl.
Oh, the sorting hat is ready to make its decision.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I think mine's about to Yeah, mine's same.
Okay, ready for the reveal?
2, 1.
No way!
No way.
What'd you get?
Oh, it's loading. Is that a peanut?
I think so. Oh.
Oh,
The truth.
my god. It's loading
Very
very
so slow.
slowly.
Why is yours so slow?
It's like, why did you choose those options? Oh!
Okay, Andrew, say it. What you get?
You probably know the sum of Gryffindor's most renowned members include
Whoa.
Albus and Harry Potter.
Say El. Oh, I thought you said El. I thought you said Elvis for a
Elvis.
second.
Thank
Elvis
you very much.
Presley.
Ain't nothing
And
but a...
Bruno.
Oh, God.
I am Gryffindor!
You're Gryffindor?
Yeah.
You probably know that some of Hufflepuff's most renowned members include Nymphadora Tonks and Cedric Diggory. See, Cedric is a Hufflepuff.
Cedric's a Hufflepuff?
See, I knew that.
What?
At least in the
Oh,
movie.
but in the movies, he's a Gryffindor.
No, I thought he just
For
drew
the
the
I'm
sword of
just making
Gryffindor.
Hmm.
Anyway,
You know, honestly, we need to fact check that. If you know
Hey,
what
let me
it is,
look it up.
if it differs between the book and the movie, if you drop that in the
Let me
comments.
check it. Let me check it. But I am a Hufflepuff.
So I'm a Ravenclaw, so it looks like all we're missing is a Slytherin. So
Who's a snake?
next
I think
episode.
Lloyd would be a Slytherin.
we're gonna
you call Lloyd a snake? That's crazy.
No, but I think he has traits that could be from Slytherin.
Lloyd.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Fucking Lloyd.
I
You think it fits you, Hufflepuff?
mean, I don't even know what they do. To be honest.
Yeah, you look at the traits. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, Cedric Hufflepuff.
But he drew the sword of Gryffindor.
That's so interesting. He in the movie, I swear he was
No, I'm pretty
Gryffindor.
sure he was Hufflepuff.
Check in the movie.
Because in the movie, it
Yeah.
was one character or like one student from each school, right?
But then I think the quandary is that
It's because Harry's.
He's from Hufflepuff, but he drew the sword of Gryffindor.
Okay,
That's what we mean.
I see. And it's because.
Oh no,
Him-
Neville drew the sword of Gryffindor.
What the fuck?
I don't know. What are
We
we
don't know the
watching?
lore. We don't know the lore.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway, we can take this next shot, and then off of that, I have a segue into the next one.
oh my gosh, already on the next one.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for a
So
minute.
Cheers,
We'll,
guys.
cheers.
we'll cut it up. Cheers.
Okay, speaking about movie franchises, is there a movie theater experience that you wish you could relive?
Yes.
Ooh, like relive meaning like you teleport yourself back in that moment, or you're talking about erase that move from your mind and then watch it again right now.
Ooh.
Because there's two different ways to put about it.
Ooh.
I'm thinking like relive it. Like go back in time and go through that moment.
I know exactly mine.
Mine is Endgame.
That's a
Watching-
good
that's a
one.
good
Watching
one.
in
Honest-
theaters, because I feel like that was the
That
first
was-
time I was in theater and everyone was like
Hype.
Yeah,
That's when Marvel was at its fucking best.
Yes.
Firing on all cylinders. It wasn't pandering to any audience.
Yeah.
It just knew its storyline.
It was so good.
And then when Disney bought it, I think it just went to shit after that. Yeah. But I think, okay, Endgame or Infinity War?
I think I like Infinity War better as like as a movie because it went a way that you didn't expect. You know, like the heroes lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Right?
And they were like,
And you're like, and it just ends. And you're like,
Yeah.
frick, what's gonna happen? And Endgame, I think, is great as a specific like movie event to tie everything together. But as like a solo thing to stand on its own, I think Infinity War. is.
that's a good one.
Oh yeah. You can't watch Endgame without watching it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Infinity War builds it up so beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right,
So
you're
much
right, you're
freaking
right.
But
suspense.
the movie experience, the movie theater experience of that
Yeah.
game, just fucking won.
Yeah.
You know,
I
my
think that's
Wi-Fi
it.
Especially when you see Captain America's arm just slit open.
And he goes,
And he sees everyone, right? He sees everyone. He's like, you know, fuck it. He buckles it even tighter.
Yeah.
And then that's when you know, like, the plot that they built Captain America up in all these movies, it rings true for the character he is. And that's when I was like, he's that
Doesn't
fucking
he-
guy. That's why
I
when
can do this all day.
Exactly. When Mjolnir was on the floor, Mjolnir knew he was worthy. Out of everyone, he's fucking worthy.
Dude, I remember that moment. My jaw was dropped and I was screaming at the screen when he picked up the hammer. Bro.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit!
Did you guys get good crowd reactions? Because I feel like I love it when there's good crowd reactions.
Yeah, my theater was pretty good.
Yeah.
My theater was pretty good.
Everyone was just like, oh.
Yeah. I
Everyone.
remember one of the best theater reactions I got. Do you guys know Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Demon Slayer has this train arc, and then the train
Yes.
arc had a movie about it.
Yeah.
And I watched it with my friend Darshan in the theater. And this is the best reaction I got. Like, we're watching it, and then I don't want to say what happens in the story, but something tragic happens. And then this theater, this one girl is crying literally like this. Like, I'm not even kidding. Literally that same sound. And I could not stop laughing. Like, it was so good. Like, honestly, I felt it too. Like, it was such a sad scene. But that was a good one. But yeah, Infinity War is a good one. If I have to teleport myself back and relive a moment, it's episode 3, Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith.
Yo!
It was with my dad. So back growing up, we were poor. We didn't have that much. But my dad was like, you know what, let's go see a movie. He knew I love Star Wars. He loved Star Wars. And this is the same movie that obviously we know that Anakin Skywalker turns into Darth Vader.
Yep.
And I remember leaving that like so baffled as a kid. It was like one of the very first memories I remember. Like I telling my dad like, I can't believe like he's Darth Vader. Like my dad talking about it. Like I definitely relived that. That was a really good moment, man.
I agree. That's probably one.
Such a good one.
It's a good one. I honestly, out of all of the Star Wars movies, I think because of the nostalgia, episode 3 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's like a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's just my favorite because I watched it and it's just, it
Yeah.
ties everything together.
Yeah, people say 4, 5, 6 is better. I think it literally goes like 1, 2, 3 is better than 4, 5, 6. And obviously like 7, 8, 9 is literally the worst.
I think 7 is good. Like The Force Awakens, the first one was good.
Yeah. It has so much potential.
But then everything else that came after it they dropped the ball.
Because it was different writers. Like, they didn't decide to carry on the premise that the first writer made. It did not end up going the right direction that Star Wars should have went.
Have you guys ever watched a piece of content or TV or movie? And you're like, I could do that better.
What? Okay. Literally. I mean this wholeheartedly. What's that guy's name? M. Night Shyamalan, Avatar.
Oh,
what the
when
fuck?
When he adapted the Avatar?
When he adapted the Avatar, I could have done that better.
That movie is so bad.
So bad.
That movie is so bad.
M. Night Shyamalan saw the popularity of Avatar and decided, you know what, I'm cashing in. And decided to make the most fucking horrendous version of Avatar ever. There's like 3 earthbenders that do like the most ridiculous earthbending you've ever seen, and they throw like a rock that are like a 1 foot wide, 1 foot tall. Like M. Night Shyamalan, you were really good back in the day, but dude, that movie, I really hope you look at it and you fucking facepalm. That movie sucks ass, dude. But okay, new movie coming out, Avatar. Have you guys seen that one?
The series, right?
Yeah, I think it's like this live action.
Yeah, the live action series is coming out.
That looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good.
I did hear that the original creators of Avatar worked on it and then they left.
I heard that too.
Because they weren't staying true to the storyline. I think they're mentioning how they're cutting a lot of like, you know how like in the original animation, the whole purpose of his story was that Aang was this child that was thrust with this responsibility of being the Avatar, and he couldn't take it, so he like hit himself and froze himself. Like that's the whole reason he's trying to escape this responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think the live action creators and writers of the show kind of like threw that concept away. And were like, okay, we're cutting out all that side quest stuff that Aang did. We're only focusing on the vision that he has of being the Avatar. But he didn't really have the vision of being an Avatar. He was just trying to like figure out his own way as like a kid, like a fucking 12-year-old kid that has to save the world. Like think about how heavy of a responsibility that is.
Yeah. I get it from someone who's making that series for the first time, because obviously you're making it in a condensed format.
Right.
Like you don't have 4 seasons or 3 seasons to make this whole rendition of Avatar again, so that you have to compromise. But that's like a part of Aang's character. That's his character development. But I'm gonna hold my judgment until I actually see it. Like I never like one thing I see on social media, which I fucking hate nowadays, they see one thing like a photo, a video, something small, without seeing the whole thing and then saying, "Oh, this shit is bad. It's
trash.
It sucks."
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. I think you're wrong. And like, see the whole thing first, and then you can make your opinion. So I'm gonna hold my judgment until it comes out, and then.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think like people are so quick to judge content these days?
I feel like it's 50-50. 50% of it is just because they're being satirical. Like, just like, you know what, I'm just gonna say this.
I think nowadays people are just more like polarizing. Like they have more polarizing opinions. I feel, at least in the generation that it is now, especially with like cancel culture being so huge.
Mhm.
Like the moment you have a different opinion, there's gonna be a group of people attacking you because it's different.
And this is the thing that social media has. It's your inner monologue put out in the cyberspace. Because a lot of people nowadays, like, they have this inner monologue in their head. Nowadays, like Twitter, whatever the case being, comments, they're just like, fuck it, inner monologue, but I'm gonna post it. So that's why people take sometimes that inner monologue that isn't serious, they take it seriously. So that's why I think sometimes it's half serious, half joking, like you really can't take everything online, but
yeah.
That's why like you see all this discourse online that's like kind of like
super dumb.
Yeah, and like they're flaming each other. Honestly, man.
You guys know that there's people that don't have a inner dialogue though?
Yeah, that to me is insane. Like,
Because
like if you say like imagine an apple and they can't imagine an apple, I don't trust those people.
Because like when you guys think
that's not what it's talking about.
No, I swear it's the same thing. I swear it's the same thing.
You said inner dialogue.
I said
Like,
inner dialogue.
I swear it's the same thing. I swear it's the same thing.
No, okay.
You want me to explain?
No, what I'm thinking is inner dialogue is like when you guys are reading a piece of like a paragraph,
It's like inner voice.
do you hear yourself speak it?
Oh,
Like you hear like a third party person speak it while you're reading it.
Inner dialogue.
Okay.
Or like do you talk to yourself in your head? Like there's another voice in your head saying that.
Okay, let me ask this. If I'm reading something, it's my own voice reading that.
But in your head.
In my head. That's the same thing, correct? That's inner monologue. Or are you talking about like a whole different person, like Morgan Freeman? Back in the day, there was 30,000 dinosaurs. Like, you're talking about that?
In your head, like you're reading your tweets every day. And
But
it's Morgan Freeman.
Yo, okay.
Yo, that's fire.
If that's you, you're living a good life. But are you talking about that? Or are you talking about
dialogue.
Like, yeah.
Voice that speaks to you.
But there's some people out there that don't have, like, if they just read something, there's nobody else talking to them in their head.
No,
It's just,
that person's cap, bro. When you're reading something,
It's a picture book, bro. It's like a flip book.
what do you mean, bro? You're reading it. You're fucking saying those words back to yourself. Like, what do you mean?
no,
You're
but
fucking
apparently there's people that like there's no inner voice in their head like reading or like they don't hear that inner voice in their head.
I will say that's like incomprehensible to me.
Yeah, that's
I could say it because I feel like I thought that everybody had an inner dialogue.
I think we have the same like minds because we're obviously dancers. We go.
We're educated.
But honestly,
Which is better than you,
dude. That's kind of stark. Like I feel like that inner monologue is like everything. That's you. That
I feel like that's the base of a conscience. I feel
exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like your conscience is like that validating other person, quote unquote. It's like help you make those decisions, right? That's talking to you in your head.
Yeah.
But if you don't have someone talking to you in your head, if you don't hear that person, then how are you gonna make those decisions?
Maybe when you're making a bad decision, a big red X just goes out.
There's like no dialogue. I shall not do that.
You shall not.
Yeah, no,
this is Gandalf.
Yeah,
Gandalf.
It's like a dice roll. Oh, I failed it. Nah. No.
But then when you go tip like a homeless person, it's like big ass check mark.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I feel like if you don't have that inner monologue, try your best to spark it. I guess. Because
awaken it.
Yeah, you should be talking to yourself like you should be your own greater filter. You should be your own like biggest advocate and biggest counselor to weather yourself between going this or that decision. If you don't have that, I literally don't know what the fuck. Like that's kind of random.
But here's the thing, like, what if they're perfectly functioning humans? They just don't have
They just don't have that person.
dialogue.
Yeah, that
They
dialogue
just
in their head.
think in shapes.
Okay, yeah, that's wrong for me to say that. Then I guess just do you. I guess like I shouldn't.
Yeah,
dictate
think in those
myself.
circles, bro.
Just keep thinking in circles. Squares, just symbols.
Imagine a 3D apple right now. It rotated in your mind. If you cannot, don't vote for the next prime minister. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Just casually eat the blueberries.
Oh, that's so funny.
Alright, let's take this next
Wanna
shot.
take the next one?
Yeah, that's good. I love it. I love these questions,
We're on
guys.
the Jaeger.
Should we ask the.
I think yeah.
Is it
I
time?
think it's time for we
Cheers,
get deeper.
I need to cheers you too,
Can I
bro.
see? Okay, we're gonna ask a special guest.
Which special guests are we having on from the studio audience?
But dude! It's time!
Oh!
Hey, been summoned.
Spit some bars.
You want me to ask it? Maybe you want to ask her.
The bluest.
I got this, I guess.
This is Fatih.
Welcome, Fatine.
Hi.
She's Singaporean. You know, it's crazy that you're Singaporean because today. Because I'm Chinese. No, okay, you know what's crazy? Do people, when they hear that you're Singaporean, they think that you're Chinese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
okay.
like they're like, are you from China or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. Okay, it's crazy because I just watched this clip on Twitter where this U.S. senator is literally like doing this like.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen
They're
that.
asking
Yeah,
this Singaporean guy.
Yeah, pressing him, like,
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you from China? or
Are
something
you
like
part of the
that.
Chinese Communist
Yeah.
Party? It's like, no, sir, I'm Singaporean.
Yeah, he's like, I served the country.
Yeah. Just thought it was so crazy that I saw this literally this
Poor guy.
morning, and now she's on the podcast. Anyways, just want to go on that little thing.
Little tangent.
Yeah.
Little tangent. But this question for everybody at the table. It's what's something you wouldn't want someone to know about you, but they would find out eventually once you start dating.
Ooh.
She's like, oh, don't find out that I'm Chinese.
I'm secretly trying
I
to.
was thinking Chinese. I'm loving Singaporean. Honestly, I'm part Chinese though.
Oh my god.
My
Just-
mom's
just-
side.
That's crazy. That's funny. Okay, yeah. What's it again? Sorry.
Okay, repeat it.
Yeah, one more time.
What's something you wouldn't want somebody to know about you, but they would find out eventually once you start dating? I feel like that's like you're not being honest if you're doing it. I feel like in it, you know?
Well, I mean, okay. I think it's a fair question because I feel like when you go on a first date, you don't tell everything about yourself. Oh, yeah, you don't tell like on a first date everything about yourself. You keep some things to yourself, you know, like things that you might find like a little weird that they don't want to share. I remember reading this like Reddit post of this guy. He's been dating his girlfriend for like 2 years, and then his girlfriend got really sussed out because he wouldn't show his hidden folder on his iPhone, right? But the thing is, when he actually showed the hidden folder, it wasn't like any. She thought it was like sexy pics, you know, like fucking porn or whatever. But when she looked through it, it was just a bunch of pictures of traffic highlights. Like, oh, there's like a big collision on E37.
Side job or something.
I don't know, but it's just a bunch of fucking pictures of highway collisions and like traffic
Maybe that's his kink,
updates.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. that you would not share on a first date.
Okay.
You wouldn't be like,
Okay.
oh, I'm really into.
Traffic highlights.
So like, what would you not share? I think that's what. But we'd find out later.
The only thing I can think of that's like kind of a quirk that I have. I don't know how many other people do this. But when I eat sushi, say I order like multiple rolls, I count in my I kind of count how many rolls there are total. Say I have 3 rolls and there's like 2 rolls that have 6 pieces and then 1 roll that has 8. I'll eat the 2 pieces from the 8. So now they all have 6.
That's all 6.
And then I'll eat 1 in a row.
I do this.
Yeah, okay. I'm not the only one.
You gotta even it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all clear in your minds. And then you go 1 and 1.
And then I save whatever my favorite roll is, that's the last bite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Now I go a step further. I go eat 1 from this roll, eat 1 from this roll, and then I just keep going until it's the last 2 rolls. Yeah.
No, I go in like
That
order.
works.
Like say I have like a salmon maki, tuna maki, and like a dynamite roll. That's like usually my go-to.
Yeah.
3. I would go like salmon, tuna, dynamite, salmon, tuna, dynamite. Because I know the dynamite's gonna be my last bite. So I'll go in that order.
That's so good.
You know what I mean?
So that's what you wouldn't share on a first date.
Probably not.
Nah.
I mean now everybody knows, but
That's interesting. How about you?
Honestly, I can't think of one right now. I'm like not as high as you guys.
we're not even high.
Damn, bro.
You think we're smoking the Hufflepuff?
Okay, let me think of some. I feel like I'm pretty upfront with everything.
Even on the first date, you just
Yeah, like I don't really
Gates
hide
open.
much. Or yeah.
there's nothing you've hid on the first date. You felt like you were truly yourself the first date.
Yeah, I would say so.
Or like, it's not even stuff you would hide. It's just stuff you wouldn't like want to mention.
Do you think it's because it's gonna lower your stocks?
My boyfriend's talks.
Yeah. Like you think it's gonna like scare them away?
Yeah, I think. Okay, here's the thing. I feel like dating nowadays feels like a game, right? It's a game because you have to like figure out the right formula to kind of, well, if it's online dating, to kind of like get into the what's it called, the swipes. I obviously haven't been on that.
He said, what is that thing called?
Swipes?
The swipes.
What do the kids call it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like this formula that you have to kind of get where people gravitate towards your profile and
You're
like,
marketing
and
yourself.
then when you get into the talking stage, then you have to play this game of like, oh, like how interested are you? How interested am I?
Fuck that shit.
How am I gonna? You know what I'm saying? But that's like the dating game right now, though.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people who complain about it is like, oh, it just feels like I have to go an extra level of dating that I feel like wasn't necessary before. When you're meeting people in real life, you know? When you're meeting people in real life, it's just a conversation between 2 humans, and then maybe we should grab some coffee sometime. Boom, done. But in dating, it's like, oh yeah, you like cats? Oh, sick. Cats all sick. Oh, I had a cat. Yeah. How's your day?
Why do you sound like a fucking punk rock band person, bro? It's fucking Josh Ramsey.
But you know what I mean? It's just a little bit. It's like an extra layer that you just don't need. That you could definitely peel off, but it's here because
The way the scene is right
the
now.
way the scene is right now, and maybe it's just a Vancouver thing, but you know what I'm saying.
That's pretty valid.
And so I guess I don't know. The question was pretty vague, I guess, but what would you hide in that context? What is the layer do you have to put on?
What masks do you have to put on?
Yeah, what mask do you put? Like,
You're trying to look cool.
so what do you think is not cool on your Hinge profile?
Oh, I want to hear this too.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Damn.
For me, it's probably I'm collecting Pokemon cards.
No,
You would not put that on your profile.
First date, man.
Yeah, I pull out my old
No, Andrew, like, if he pulled like a crazy card, he put that on his Hinge profile. He's
Oh,
like,
hell
look
yeah.
what I pulled this week.
Yo. Yeah, I guess it's really hard for me to hide stuff, but let me get some inspiration.
A mask that I put up. Something that I wouldn't put in my
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Something you wouldn't put in your
Easier.
profile.
Jay, you got something to say?
I don't know, man. Fuck. I low-key wanna...
Yeah,
come back.
I literally have nothing to
I'm just
say.
gonna say, low-key, there shouldn't be any fucking front you put on your profile. At least from what I did on my profile, you just put it up all, like literally everything on your profile.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, like I literally had Shrek on my profile, like Doja Cat on my profile.
remember his profile.
I was literally saying like parts of me that are like funny, stupid, is because already, I want to filter everyone who doesn't fuck with that. Because
Valid.
the thing about dating is that there's so many people. And yes, there's so many beautiful people.
So many
So many people, right? In the way. But this is the thing. Why would you waste your time with people who doesn't admire and love the person you are?
Yeah,
That's valid.
Even if they're the most beautiful person in the world, if they don't like you who you are, that person is not meant for you in your life. If you
she an ogre?
Literally. Okay,
I don't have layers like
I put Shrek on my profile, like literally prompt 1, prompt 2, prompt 3 was all about Shrek. Because I just know I wanted someone goofy that could ride with me in my profile and that could respond to me. Gratefully, someone that did respond to me that I did talk to is my girlfriend right now. But it's because I was able to filter all that. Like imagine this. So many people put this front on their social media and on their dating profile about this person that they think that they are. Sorry, you can still sit. but then this what happens.
Pretty more bars than me.
No. We still want to hear you. This what happens though. You put this front, someone falls in love with that front, but that's not you.
Oh,
It's not you.
that's valid.
They fell in love with the front,
Exactly.
not the back.
Over time, you become the person you are, and then they're like, I actually don't like that. Then why not be yourself from the very beginning?
Valid.
That's my
Right.
philosophy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Admana.
You know, I agree with that because there was a time, like, what was it, like last year or something on my profile? I remember when we were all here and we played that, like, don't game.
Dumb.
And I remember Angelo was like, yo, you should just put this as your voice note as on your profile. And I was like, sure, because we were already just playing it. And I completely missed the timing when I was recording it. But I kept it on and people thought it was funny because it was just like, whatever. And I was like, that's just me.
Got it.
So I agree with that. Like, just put yourself out there, filter out the people that don't fuck with whatever you put in there.
Mhm.
And if they do fuck with you, then sure.
Those are people meant for your life.
Yeah.
Money for fun. Using that vibe. Okay.
I feel like the first question you asked, like, because I can be kind of non-confrontational too, so then I can unintentionally lead people on. I don't know if that makes sense. So
No, keep going. You're cooking. My brain's just slow right now.
So it's like, I may seem interested where I'm like, I'm going into conversations and stuff, but then deep down I'm just like not feeling it. But I'm just doing it because I don't want to make it awkward.
Like a,
You know?
I see.
But then at the end of the date, I'm just like, nah, I don't.
Don't actually.
Like, I don't vibe with this person.
But you're aware of that.
I am aware of that.
So why don't you? Why is it so scary to confront just being like, oh, I'm gonna go home now?
I have said that though on the first date.
Oh, yeah?
Once. I was
Okay.
like, oh, I have an emergency at home, like I have to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. But that's a good line.
Oh my god.
My girlfriend needs me right now. So I'm actually gay. Okay. Is it just scary because men are scary? Or?
Yeah, men are shit.
Men are shit.
It's like, I need to ride home. No, I'm just joking. But
No, keep going.
I think it's just because I see that potential, or like I'm just like, okay, I gotta wait it out and see where this goes, kind of. So then I wait till the date finishes, and I'm just like, okay.
And then you make your decision.
Yeah.
But then your gut, you're like,
At the
my
beginning,
this
instinct
guy's
already-
eating with his
already-
fucking nose right now. Literally cannot. It's making
Yeah.
me sick in my stomach. I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
That's
it's
very
so
kind of you.
hard.
That's a very kind dating perspective. Because I know a lot of people would be like,
Bad, though.
After the first, like, thing that turns them off,
yeah,
Mm.
already
the
fucked
first
out.
ick, as they call it.
Yeah.
Already fucked out.
Icks.
Yeah,
It's already
yeah.
fucked
It's like,
up.
why is he kicking his
What are you
feet?
guys' icks?
Oh, we talked about
We-
this.
No.
Not
Okay.
a
I
lot.
gotta watch it.
Yeah,
We
but
talked
maybe
about
she
it.
wants to know, bro. What's your ick?
I'm pretty sure we talked about this already.
On the podcast?
Not on
No.
the podcast. An ick of mine?
Just one. Let's do this quick.
Quick?
We've done many icks.
This is a Valley girl talk.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god.
I can't stand it, bro. I can't stand it. Like, I was like, how how is that your normal speech?
Right.
Like, there's no way you actually talk like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just can't. It's just.
Just can't.
What are your guys' things? Just name one.
My ick is. I think. I think my ick is if they give me, I guess it's not. I don't like it when the responses really dry. When it's like
It's not
one word,
Right.
but like it's not that they're not interested. I've like met people that are interested, but they just don't know how to talk.
to people.
That's
So
the worst.
so you like and I personally think I'm pretty good at like picking some stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah.
and then
Just like that.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe that's why they're giving you one word response.
Yeah,
You're
they're
talking
like-
about that.
He's not getting a signal.
Yeah.
are you Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh man. Yeah, I think the one word response. That's great. Which happens a lot more often than you think. Especially texting over dating apps. It's easy to just be like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
I found that the experience with like, especially like Bumble, I feel like girls just don't know how to start a conversation. That's from my experience. From my experience, everything is just like, hey,
That's crazy.
hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right?
What are you up to?
Yeah, and it's like, okay,
No,
hi.
sometimes guys aren't any better, bro. We hit them with the Y,
Exactly.
the WYD,
Yeah.
No, for real, guys are the
the
worst.
WYD
I mean, it's
question
fair.
mark.
But you give the girls a platform to talk first, and all they say is hi.
Hey. Do better.
Like, come on, like, if the girl is gonna talk first, like, I don't know, say start a conversation.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because, like, talking to people online, like on dating apps, is hard.
Fair.
What the fuck do you talk about? Let's be real. You literally just met over this online thing. You don't know a single thing about them. What are you gonna ask about? Oh, what kind of childhood trauma did you go through? Like, you're not gonna ask that on the first text, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I guess.
I get it.
Okay, fair.
We
Fine.
Give you a
Give
break.
you guys a pass.
Thank you on behalf of Paul.
I'm just the women's champion. You're feminist. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Okay. Thank you, 50. Oh, what's
What's
in
an
the
egg? Your egg.
Bye.
Your egg. Oh, yeah, your egg.
Someone who's arrogant or like cocky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
They speak really highly of themselves. They have that like body language where they're like, the chin up and everything.
Tell us
Like
the
Johnny
difference.
Bravo?
Fatin, tell us the difference between cocky and confident.
Oh, there's a fine line between that, I think.
Oh, damn. You knew. You were reading.
I like that, I like that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what is the fine?
Okay, sorry, I'll process it.
So I asked Fatin, what's the difference between cocky and confident? And I think there's a fine line for a lot of women. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Headless mic.
That's Mike.
Floating around.
Yeah.
Green screen him.
I think cocky is like when like the whole world like revolves around you kind of thing. Like you just feel entitled to everything. You know?
It's a little narcissistic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or with confidence, it's like you don't have to show it, you don't have to portray it. It's just like in you, your inner self.
You're not trying hard to be confident.
That's interesting. Because I feel like for me, I built my confidence by faking it. 'Cause I wasn't very confident growing up, but then I heard somewhere that if you faked it long enough, the confidence would come. And so in high school, I just acted like I'm the shit. Literally just acted like I was cool. I remember this one Halloween, I dressed up as a gangster, and my fucking True Religion jeans were like down to my knees, and I thought I was the shit. And I was walking around. I was just walking around. But it did help me build confidence because I was like shameless enough to do that. You know? So it's interesting.
I feel like you have to take that first step for sure. You
Right.
have to fake it.
You have
to make it.
You have to fake to make it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think literally
It's not
that's true.
easy to be confident.
Especially if you don't know what it feels like to be like that.
Yeah, I think that was what I was trying to get at as a insecure little high schooler. Is that if I could fake it long enough, then I could feel what it felt like to be confident. And then once I attained that feeling, I could run with it. Feel like,
it just comes natural.
yeah, I was like, okay, this is what it feels like. Remember this feeling. I'm just gonna keep running with it until I don't know, until I stop being confident. But then I never stopped. I was just like, okay, cool. I like myself. And so
That's good.
the faking is good. But you're saying cocky is like you think the world revolves around.
Yeah.
It's like narcissist. I heard
Yeah.
like with narcissists, you feel like everything that happens, it happens because of you or to you. They do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the waiter took a long time. They took a long
because of
Yeah.
you know, like
Interesting. Do you agree, Headless Mike?
I agree.
That's great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you,
Special
Fatih.
guest.
I'll go.
Hey, Fatih, for you, Toyota. Bring it
Behind
on.
door number 3.
We have
brand
the
new-
Singaporean senator.
Who's not Chinese.
Who's not Chinese. Stupid U.S. senator.
But I wrap this around with this bow. Everyone will have an ick because we're all human. It's whether or not you see this ick in this person you're with, and whether or not you're willing to work with that. Because overall, don't see as icks like I see social media like, oh, there's this ick. Obviously, there's icks that are higher in the scale than others.
Yeah.
Like that cocky one, do not date that person.
Yeah.
But there's some icks that are like, oh, he doesn't, let's say, drink water every day, like
Doesn't
2
make his
liters.
bed.
Doesn't make his bed. That's a little bit of an ick. But if you're not willing to date someone because of that, or like tell them like, yo, why don't you just make your bed and have that conversation? That might be an ick for you. Unwilling to work with someone is also an ick.
Oh.
Think about that.
Damn. I didn't think
Flipped
about
it on
that. That's
you.
crazy.
Flipped it
I
over.
just flipped the script.
Flipped it over.
He flipped the booty.
I just flipped the booty and I just spread the cheese.
Oh my god.
And this next question is brought to you by Absolut.
Absolute.
Absolute.
Oh, that was a long third one.
Yeah, guys.
Cheers,
Good
bro.
stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good.
Cheers.
Oh god.
Oh, okay, here's one.
Okay.
Here's one. An actual one. Would you date someone who you don't see yourself starting a family with?
Ooh. Yes.
Like, get into something serious that you actually don't see, like, starting a family with.
The question becomes whether or not you want to start a family.
Flip the booty.
Because honestly, because today's economy, a lot of people, if you actually look at the rates, a lot of Canadians right now aren't starting families, aren't having kids because of today's economy.
Right.
Bro, it's so
It's expensive right now.
Hell expensive.
So cost of living is going up. Equity and pay are still remaining the
Okay,
same.
what if like you could?
Yeah, what
like economy aside, you had enough income to support a family.
Mhm.
It's just about if you see that you want to start a family with this person.
No, I'm out.
You wouldn't date them.
No, I'm out.
Is it because
Why?
Because their values of like you actually want to start a family. Like, you'd want That family.
Yes, I feel like you're looking for a partner that can eventually be a mother to your children. Even though if you're maybe not thinking about a family in the future, having motherly qualities, at least I grew up in a traditional household where a lot of my values align with that. Yeah, I know with today's standards, like, I might not even have a family, but if this person can have values that like a mother would, that's the type of household I would want. Yeah. But at the same time too, like there's niches in everything. If this person doesn't have that specific values, but has a really strong foundation in other things, I might be willing to have my opinion be persuaded and changed because of that. But traditionally, just have that. No.
What would persuade you?
I really don't know. Like that's the thing. I don't know what that would be, but I'm willing and I'm open to that ideology, but
right now, no.
because at the very end of the day, I feel like that depends on what your goals are dating with someone. If you're dating to marry at the very end of the day, your subconscious thinking, can this person be a good mother to my family? And if the answer is no, then why even start with that person, right? And if that answer is yes, then that kind of leads you more to wanting to be with that person. So I guess that's just my thought behind it. Again, if you differ, drop in the comments, but
I think it also comes with age, especially in the age that we are now, like being mid-20s, like, especially, I feel like, personally, I felt like at this age, when I was like 15, I thought I'd already be starting a family.
yeah, dude, when you're 14, you're like, I'm going to be married by 25.
Yeah, you know?
I'm in a house by 26.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
Yeah, the government's like, gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. Like, you would think that by now, like, that's where you'd be.
Yeah.
So I think, in terms of age, like, dating now is like, yeah, you take that into account. Like, you'd want to be around or be with someone that, you know, has that, you see that sort of future with. Especially, like, if you were younger, I think that, I don't know if that's, like, a thing you'd be thinking about.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I could date someone and not see like a family starting to. Just because like I'm a big believer in every experience helps grow you. Not saying like, oh, these females are scared to teach me a lesson, but I'm just saying like,
Keep them coming.
I'm just saying like, one, I don't think I've ever thought about starting a family, so maybe this is also playing a factor. But two, like, I think, you know, someone can still bring value to your life without like starting this whole other journey that you haven't even, you're not ready for. You know?
Yes.
Like you're not ready for. And I think it's unfair to kind of like throw that aside just because, oh, maybe in the future, like I want to start a family and I don't see it, you know? But you know, you never know what's going to happen in these relationships. And I think the experience that you get from it and like, you know, the happiness that you feel with them is real. That's real right now. So why not live through it?
I'll see you change my mind.
Just be present.
Yeah. You change my mind. It's not the thought of, can this person be the mother of this family that I create with them? It's whether or not this person is willing to be the partner for me in the long term. That's the commonality behind it all. And if this person can check those boxes, then yes.
Yeah.
Because whether or not you want to start a family, it's really up to you in a relationship. But whether or not you see a future with this person, that's the biggest thing you should be asking that question. Like, let's say if the root is starting a family, the root is not starting a family, this person's values, am I aligning with that? And if you're really aware to be like yes or no, then that's when you should move forward or step back with that relationship. But also live your life. When you're young, live your life. Find what you want.
I
Don't worry about that shit, man.
Yeah, honestly, like the experiences of the people that you meet, what we talked about like last week, like the divine timing of like people you meet and like when you meet them, I think it's valuable.
I think the most important thing is asking yourself important questions at the time of life you're living. So if these questions aren't relevant for you, don't worry about it. But if you're living this part of life and then you're like, oh shit, I'm really pondering this, really ask yourself and then move forward from then. You know what I mean? You guys agree?
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
nice.
And with that, we'll take the last shot and I have one more question.
The Kraken.
Oh shit.
And we'll see where this goes.
Oh, God.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Last shot.
Whew. Got no more chase. Oh, you guys just giving me everything. All right. And with that, my last question is, I don't know if we ever talked about this on the podcast, but do you guys believe in the one?
Soulmates.
Your soulmate, the one.
Did we talk about this? I feel we talked about
I
it.
don't think so.
We're just repeating the same question.
I know we've talked about it like amongst ourselves,
Right.
but I don't know if we ever talked about it like, on the pod. Like, do you guys believe in the person that's meant for you? You know?
I think
That's
no.
a good one.
No.
What do you think?
I think yes, but I think my opinion might also match your opinion on that.
I think yes, but
No, when you say no,
Okay.
it's probably no.
Okay, I'll say mine, and then maybe Andrew might enlighten me. It might enlighten. Actually, wait, Andrew, why don't you
first?
Why
No,
don't
you say
you go first?
I go first.
No,
You go first. I've been talking way too much.
No,
You go first.
No, you should say yours first because if he says his first, you're gonna agree with him already.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you
yeah,
say
yeah.
yours first. Say yours first.
He said.
Yes.
He's
all night, bro.
Okay. This is why I say yes. There's someone that matches your very ideology, your thought, relationship, morals, values, everything. There's someone that's there out there for you. If you find that and you're willing to make that, again, think about this. Everyone's human. They're also gonna have their own flaws. If you're willing to see their own flaws and see that their values match yours, that person is the one for you. But you're gonna go through a lot of shit to get there. And I think that's why Andrew might say the opposite.
He's in my mind right now.
My milk.
This is why I say, like, I think there's someone out there for you, but you shouldn't be cynical of the experiences you had getting there. Every relationship is something new. And if you carry that same baggage to the next relationship, you're blocking your blessings for that specific person. And that's the value that I have.
That's a bar right there.
Blocking your blessings.
Blocking your blessings. Okay. Andrew, say yours.
Yeah.
I need to hear why you
You
said
didn't
that.
touch on why I think no. You are actually in my mind. I think no because I believe the fact that in every relationship you go through builds you as a person, and that helps build you towards the next relationship. Because if you think about your first heartbreak, how much has that first heartbreak changed you as a person? If you didn't go through that, would you have met the person you met next? Probably not, because the way you are changes so drastically. And we make fun of people who guys when they break up they work out, they go and they change themselves. That's real though. That's you start to learn oh, you know what, this relationship was kind of toxic and I need to learn how to love myself a little bit more. And because you love yourself a little bit more, the next person that comes to your life loves you the same way that you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think every relationship that you go through and fails kind of helps build you. And I don't think that builds into a soulmate. I think it just builds into the person that kind of meets you at the same level. You know, that they have also gone through the same kind of journey. I had a relationship and then I broke up and I figured my own shit and I met the next person and then I just discovered more stuff after breaking. You know, you just kind of build and you meet each other. And then, at one point then you I don't want to say tolerate, that sounds so cynical. But you just you find someone that kind of sticks a little longer and they love you for what you become. That sounds like something.
No, honestly, that is. Once you meet someone, you see their flaws, but you're I love you beyond that. Dude, that's all what love is. If you are scared because of X, you're not ready for love. You're not ready for a long-term relationship. If you're scared because of some small things, you're too skewed by social media. You're too skewed by your own fear.
You're still growing.
You're still growing.
growing.
And that's fine. Live your own experience. You're going to live that. You're going to grow from that. But never let that block you from learning a new experience.
I always thought the idea of soulmate was you meet it, you meet them, and then that's it. But
And then
it's even if you meet them, it's still a learning experience. You still grow with that person. Okay, think about this.
Keep in mind.
What's better, a meal that's given to you, a meal that you make?
Sorry, what? One time?
What's better? What tastes better? A meal that's given to you or a meal that you make?
McDonald's doesn't make sense.
Andrew's like, teen burger, no onions, or chipotle
Okay,
mayo.
it might not work on Andrew. But
The meal that you make, the hard work.
yes. Okay, a common rhetoric that's been stated throughout like years past is that like all these people that are before us have living good lives, living good relationships, because these relationships you build. No one today, I don't say no one. A lot of people nowadays don't like building relationships because they see one fault and then they jump out.
They run.
They run. They're scared, and naturally, I mean, like social media, and this and that tells you it's not for you. I mean, like you're living your own experience, but if you're willing to see that through that person and build through that, the thing you build with someone will always be more beautiful than the thing you find in someone.
That's facts.
Ruby car.
I think that's
That's not Ruby car.
Ruby car. Ruby car. Shout out to Ruby
It's
car.
not a big episode.
No, I was gonna say, based on that, like, because I don't believe that there's somebody out there made for you. I feel like you grow into the person that's made for you. And we kind of talked about this, like, outside.
Does that mean, is that the definition of soulmate though? Like, what is this definition of soulmate?
That's a good one.
Because I always thought the definition of soulmate is someone just made for you. Straight up, just done. One and done. But if you're talking
But
about
that's like
growing to someone, then that's a different definition.
Because I feel like soulmates defined is like, yeah, you're right. Like, somebody out there is the exact same as you. They're like your
Missing
other half.
piece, yeah.
The other half that you've been missing your whole life. Right? And it's like they're that person already when you meet them.
But this becomes this question: what if you change all the time, right? In your life, you change all the time. What if
Chameleon.
you're stopping yourself from growing and you meet your soulmate, but you're not at the point of your journey to start a relationship with them?
And you come back to them? What are you saying?
You might come back to them, or you might miss out opportunity to be
Like
starting
the
that
timing
relationship.
just
The timing
past.
isn't
Went
correct.
past.
Damn, so you believe some people never meet their soulmate?
Some people might not meet them just because they're blocking themselves from the blessings of them willing to work through whatever trauma or whatever trials and tribulations that they have for themselves at that current moment.
I can see
That
that.
makes me so sad.
I can see that. And that does make me sad. Because it's like, what if you're not in a point in your life to accept that person?
Do you believe in soulmates in a platonic level?
Like twin flame. That's different though. Twin flame is different.
Is twin flame platonic?
Is it? Is
I think
platonic?
yeah, I think twin flames can be platonic. I've seen it where it's like two people that are like truly friends. They just share the same sort of like energy, and they are together because it's like they match, and they're the exact same person. Like not the same as like soulmate is like your other half that's missing, right? The twin flame is like you're the exact same person, but you just happen to be in a relationship like either platonically or romantically, whatever.
Here's the thing. I always thought I've met many like twin flames in my life that I thought were like very connected and alike, but we always grew out of it.
But is that person truly twin flame then?
Yes, they just burnt out.
I did hear that. I do hear that too. Sometimes twin flames can burn out.
Yeah.
But honestly, okay, I'm gonna have a really controversial.
Do it.
Do it.
Say it.
Give us the
Sometimes
exposure.
I feel like honestly, this twin flame, soulmate shit, like a lot of it you might try to lump in that same category, but some people just want to put a label on it just because you want to know. It's easy, right?
Yeah.
Human nature, we're very niche.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's different things that come up here and there. Like, dude, like, you're living a very human experience as very yourself by nature. Like, having a specific label can sometimes, like, can limit to what it is. But at the same time, like, I'm not talking about, like, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, blah, blah, blah. Like twin flame, soul flame, like,
yeah.
Like, sometimes I don't believe in that, but Change my mind.
You know what?
I guess.
No, I resonate with that hella, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've been thinking
Actually.
about that a lot, because it's like, I feel like nowadays, especially in our current like society, we have this like in essence need to like label
Mhm.
everything.
Mm.
And I think it first started when I saw this like TikTok about, oh, is this girl boy cute or girl cute or something?
Or like frog
fuck does
cute
that mean?
or rat cute.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What does that mean?
Literally,
I've
What
not
the
seen
fuck
I was
are you
like,
talking about?
I was like, what? It's like bunny cute or fox cute?
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Bunny cute or whatever the
Yeah.
cute.
And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I think like we just started like falling deeper and deeper into this need of having to feel a sense of belonging somewhere.
Mm.
You know? It's like, okay, like, oh, I'm fox cute. There's other people that's like fox cute. I'm part of the fox cute community.
Mm.
Oh, I'm bunny cute. Like, oh, that's like, other people are also bunny cute. Like, I feel like I belong in the bunny cute community. You know, and I think it's because maybe, like, we're finding it harder to connect on a deeper level personally because everything's kind of online now. And so this need to label everything and have a category for everything so that you feel like you belong somewhere has just grown like so much, like exponentially.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so like twin flames, like soulmates, and that's why I also think like astrology is like blown up so much is because it's easy to be like, oh yo,
Categorize
I'm a
yourself.
Leo,
Yeah.
and you're a Pisces. Leos and Pisces get together. Like that's just a thing. Like we should be friends. Like easy connection right there. Rather than being like, oh, like what are you into? Like what's your hobbies? Oh, what are your political views? Let's talk about it. Let's converse. Can we actually converse about this and like have disagreeing opinions and then have a full out conversation about this? It's not about that anymore. It's about what labels can you label. How many labels do you have?
Mm.
And how many of those labels connect to each other, and how many of those labels can I agree with? You know, and I was talking to you two in the car about how when people get into conversations nowadays, it's like they come in with a stance and like an opinion, and then especially it comes in with like political views. It's like, oh, they come into conversation like, I agree with this. I'm with this party. And then it kind of just like ease off that conversation. And then it kind of just leaves no room to discuss and like disagree with each other and change each other's views. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like when we really try to conversate with each other, it's, oh, you know, this is why I think about this, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, I like learned this, blah, blah. This is what shapes my point of view. What do you think? And then you tell your point of view, and then we try to like discuss like, oh, you know, I think that's kind of wrong. Like, what about this? And then you're like, oh, but this. And then you kind of build and try to change each other's minds, and that's like a real conversation. Like, that's how you learn more and you expand your perception.
Mm.
But now it's like, oh, you're a right wing. All right, I'm left
Like
wing.
you already know.
Get out
I
of
already
here.
know what you are. So,
Yeah.
so I don't need to ask.
I need to get out of here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like this need for labeling is crazy. And I think like when you're
That's
talking
very
about
true.
twin flame and soul flame, I also don't believe
Yeah.
it's just labels.
Yeah, it's a necessity to put someone in a specific label. And it goes like exactly what you said through all aspects of your life. You try to label so many people through different categories that you kind of discredit them from the character that they are.
Yeah, like the personal experiences they had, the actual opinions they have.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh,
Is that like what is it called? Like unconscious bias?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Kind of
literally
little bit.
stereotyping.
Yeah.
It's literally a conscious bias.
Yeah.
All of that.
That's pretty wild.
deep.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah, but I guess if there's any moral of the story, it's to take the person how they are. Like whether it be a relationship or a friend, try to not loop them in the category, or try to at least take them and ask them questions that could open their mind or whatever the case.
Plays devil advocate and don't feel guilty doing it.
Yeah.
I think like a lot of people feel like if they play devil's advocate, they're gonna get canceled or some shit. Like, oh, you're saying some fucked up shit. I'm not saying fucked up shit. I'm just trying to expand your mind a little bit. Let's talk about it. Like, why do you
Yeah.
think like this?
Yeah.
Why do you think like this? Just so I can understand you a little bit more as a person. And maybe you can change my mind. Maybe I can change yours, and we can like talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. It's so hard nowadays because it's like
The generation now is very like fixated on
yeah,
that
like being
labeling.
a good person and being the right person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like today, I had lunch with my brother, and we talked about how, you know, like that time in the dance community, where everyone was trying to be a part of like the movement during Corona, like the Black Lives Matter movement,
Mm-hmm.
and then people were like, dude, posting. This is gonna get controversial as fuck, but like, you know, people were posting the black square and like
Yeah.
they're showing support, but like, are you actually doing
Something
something?
about
Dude, you know what's so fucked up? So I looked up places to donate,
Yes, same, bro.
and I donated.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out a year after that those specific orgs didn't put a fucking cent
No way.
into any Black Lives Matter movements. Those same people bought like matches and Ferraris, apparently,
with the money that was
with the money that I was given,
That's rough.
and I was so pissed,
Yeah.
and it made me cynical almost. It did. I don't say almost. It did make me cynical.
Yeah.
Because it made me feel like, what am I? Like, I think this is the pro and con about social media. You're aware about all these specific things that are happening in someone's life, but you almost feel helpless because you're like, I don't know if what I'm doing right now is helping or it's just going to nothing.
Right.
Mm.
It's fucked.
It's hard. It's hard. And it's just something we have to deal with. It's like the new age problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the problem was, oh, like how do you get an education? Now it's like
Yeah.
pretty easy to get an education. The
Yeah.
new problem is, oh, how do I navigate this social space?
Mm.
How do I navigate these social issues?
Especially with like cancel culture being like, so big right now. Like
Yeah.
if you are on the polarizing side of like a very one-sided opinion, you're gonna get like blasted so fast.
Yeah. And a big thing that I really urge a lot of people, even if you're listening, like whatever you are, form your own opinion. Don't listen to someone's opinion and take that as your own. Like literally listen to every aspect and form your own. Like I feel like a lot of people want to look at other people's opinion and be like, okay, I value that.
Mm.
You might take some things from that, but don't think that is your own opinion. Like, you as a human being should be looking at all the evidence and forming your own opinion. Like, that's what I really urge a lot of people to do.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna close out episode 32. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, this has been your bartender Mar,
It's been Andrew.
Angelo.
and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys for listening.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Hey,
Peace.
bye. Bye.